Hi everyone. I'm really happy to see you today, and I would like to warmly welcome you to the webinar, which we are going to talk about and introduce you to GlobalLinker. I believe you are, newly signed up on the platform, or you may be wanting to sign up as well, and you decided to register. This in this webinar, I would be talking to you about the platform and what are the various things you can use on the platform which we feel is very useful and could help you in growing your business. We'll wait for another 2 minutes for a few more people to join in, and then we can get started. In the meanwhile, I would encourage you to introduce yourself the way because there's several other SMEs and businesses also joining here. So it's a great opportunity for you to introduce yourself as well. I'll just give an introduction about me as well. So I'll just introduce everyone. There is Raju from Flow Trade International, exporting construction materials. And there is Ritu from Ruth's Exim Merchant, exporter of garments. I'll introduce myself. And Rudra from Sai Plastic Industries. Ambu Selvam is from Mighty Exports of Tea, Herbal Tea and Coffee. Okay, plastic packaging goods. Rudra exports plastic packaging goods. You can also mention where you are located. From what we've seen a lot of members registering from India, from the UAE, from Sri Lanka, from many ASEAN countries, and also from US. This is a global platform, and we do invite a lot of global SMEs to join in. And here we'll be talking about different channels that people from different SMEs from different countries can leverage. So we know there are certain channels which are only applicable to certain countries. There are certain channels which are applicable to everyone as well. So we'll have to do that. What I would like to talk to you about now is yeah. So we'll be talking about these areas. One is we'll be talking about what are the different sales channels that are there on GlobalLinker. Before that, I'll give you an overview of GlobalLinker and what you can expect when you're browsing on the platform. Then we'll talk about the sales channel, because very important, you are here so that you can list your product catalog, and then you can start getting inquiries, or you can make direct sales as well. That's what you can expect from GlobalLinker. You can also create a digital profile, which is shareable with everyone, and not only on GlobalLinker. So I'll reiterate this during the webinar continuously, that whatever asset you're building over here, like your digital profile or your catalog, is not only for use on the GlobalLinker channel, but you can also share this outside GlobalLinker with your own seller network and your current customer base as well. So that the idea is that the profile you're building and the catalog you're creating can be seen and can be accessed, and it also can be leveraged by you to meet your existing business requirements. Like, you can get inquiries from your existing customers as well, right? So if you create this catalog and you share it with them, they can send inquiries to you on your catalog as well. Or maybe if you're allowing purchases, so purchases can happen from the catalog as well once you set up your catalog like that. So you're not only creating this widget for global linker and for this particular platform, but you're creating this asset, yes, for use on global linker, but it can also be used for your own business use outside of global linker as well. So we'll identify this catalog you're creating, apart from using it outside of Global Linker, where via Global Linker you can use it. So what are these sales channels available, and how can you use them? Then we'll talk about why you should have a online and a good product catalog. We'll talk about the checklist of the sales channels that Global Linker offers currently to you. And then we'll show you briefly how you can manage your catalog via seller panel. Via the seller panel is how you will actually manage your catalog. Then how can you search for, you would be having some procurement needs as well. So you can also search from the current seller network and make relationships and do that as well. So why don't you do that? Okay. Yeah. I would also like to say that if you have any questions or you do anything, please, we have a Q&A section over there. You would be seeing that. Please add your questions over there. Maybe if it's relevant, I'll answer it during the webinar as I speak. But I'll definitely take them on at the end of the session in the Q&A session, which we have. Secondly is, I would like you to have a notebook with you. This notebook is more so because this is a strategy discussion. Creating an online catalog, building your digital profile, setting your catalog up for different sales channels is a activity which will take some time in the sense there is a setup required. So there will be effort coming in from your end. So because of that, you should make sure that you have to decide very clearly that is it meeting your business strategy requirements or no, which is why your notebook will help you. On your notebook you write down the main points we'll be talking about. What are the sales channels, and then and also about product catalogs, etc. So once you mention that in your notebook, you would be able to decide, and after the webinar as well, you will review these points to see which of these sales channels or these points make sense, and you can start working on it accordingly. So I would really request you to have that as well. Anyway, we'll get started without further delay. So yeah, while we've already covered quite a bit right now, and I've given you an overview of what you're expecting, I'll start with an overview of the Global Linker platforms. Most of the talking, all the talking will be done by me only. So if I ask you any questions or we run any polls, I would encourage you to please participate and reply back. It will just help me understand the gist of what you're thinking, or if you have any if you're thinking anything else, it'll just help me discuss accordingly. So many of you, I'm assuming, are already a part of the Global Linker platform. You can just reply with a yes or a no, whether you are registered. If not, then I can send you the link to register, which you can do right now. You can do it as well. So here, okay, thank you very much for your quick response. So yeah, many of you have said yes. Sharon, you are not. So I'll just send you the link. You can just sign up over here. It's free of cost. There is no charges to it. And so I'll just briefly show you how you can register on the create your account on GlobalLinker. I already have a test account on GlobalLinker created with my for myself. And as you log into your account, this is the dashboard that you would see. The dashboard tries and gives you a lot of information which we feel is helpful. It more so works like a timeline, but it also gives you an overview of your catalog status as well. So if you look over here, you would see that there is an event going on, which is currently already a part of. And you can see a bit about your profile over here, which is verified. This is a sales channel called GlobalLinker Marketplace. And if you are linked over there and your catalog is showing over there, it just gives you an overview of what are your status of your listing, how many orders you have got, inquiries you've got, etc. These are some, RFQs which are faced by buyers who visit the platform as buyers, not as sellers like us and you, and they are placing a requirement. So this is something which this is very important for you as a seller, because you would be seeing this, routinely, because then you're obviously looking out for new suppliers for your product, to meet your product supply needs. So here is where you can, check this up, and it's giving an overview of your product performance, some tips, etc., and how you can actually build your catalog. So the important part is how you can build a good product catalog and what you can do to improve that. We also have a supplier spotlight. This is where your timeline. This is actually your timeline, which we call it, because it just scrolls up, as you see in many other feeds as well, where you would be having an account. So the supplier spotlight is more so to give you a spotlight on showing up and getting the right visibility. How do you get this visibility? You have to fill up certain things about your platform, about your profile. So your profile is more than 80% complete, it's verified, you have a catalog which is updated, you are if all of these criteria are met, there are certain criteria which I'm aware of, you complete your profile, etc., then your profile automatically gets a part of supplier spotlight. So it's good. It's a good way to get more visible. So anybody who comes on the platform, and then if they see your profile visible on the supplier spotlight, there are more chances of them coming, visiting your profile, and you also getting some inquiries or some conversation gets started. That's where the networking aspect comes in. So that's where we help in getting you more visibility as a business. So if you see, this is a verified business with a catalog, etc., licenses, certificates, updated, etc. All of this information is visible over here. So all of these have completed, these businesses have completed certain criteria, and they are visible over here. You can review it. If you want, you can, directly send them an inquiry on their product or just start connecting with them. There are posts which are also posted by GlobalLinker members. It's more so used again as a networking feature to connect and to build awareness about you as a business. So not every time that when you're doing a business, now again, this is where the strategy comes in. Every time when when you're talking about your products and services, it doesn't have to be only about the product. You also have to, make other people aware about your business. What do you do? How do you do it? Why are you doing it? That's where you can use tools like posts, articles, shares, and social media and all which comes in. So this is one way as a B2B business networking platform where you can make your business aware among other different businesses as well. And if they find it useful, businesses can get in touch with each other as well, true, and do that. Since we are a B2B business networking platform, it will be great for you to connect with each other. Now you can see this as well. Yeah, without much delay, I'll show you other things which are there. So here is a knowledge section where we have articles and discussions. The discussions which you see here are here. Articles are posted by GlobalLinker members, by our editorial team, and our different affiliate partners whom we have tied up with. They are posted with the intent so that you get more business, knowledge, and it helps you in driving better efficiency in your business. There would be topics on taxation, there would be topics on leadership, on how to manage your business more efficiently, etc. So if you think that's adding value to you, you can do that. Several businesses use the articles feature to create content so that they can drive traffic to their profiles. And this helps you in greatly in SEO and Google search, etc. So if that's something which is in your priority list or already in your strategy, you can just start writing articles and post them over here. You get linked and you get good traction coming in. You also get attributed towards your articles, etc. If you see, this is posted by one of our GlobalLinker members, Pramod, and he talks about learning and development. This is by our partner FIO, Federation of Indian Export Organizations, etc. So, and our GlobalLinker staff as well. So we do have contributions coming in from it, and there is you get attributed this links to your profile as well. It shows up on your profile that you have written these articles. It's a great way to get to know about what you are, doing, and doing some social or non-transactional awareness building activities for your business as well. So yeah, this is GlobalLinker. You can also join groups. Events is something which you've already participated in. So if you want to host an event, you can create an event over here. And like how we got registrations for this particular webinar you're a part of, you can also get registrations and you can conduct that. So these are all networking related features which you can use to get, either get more peers or more suppliers or more businesses for yourselves as well. We have offers with our affiliate partners, which you can also, view. And this is the very important part. I'll come to this last, but here, before that, I would just like to come to the profile which I was talking about. So here is where I can access my profile and how I can make it more visible. Now, this is something which it's a test account, but you can update all this information about yourself over here. So this is my test catalog. I'm updating all of these are my key contacts. So another important point is that Global Linker is not only for one member in the company, it is for everybody as well. In the sense is that if you have created the account for Global Linker, your colleagues can also create their account and get linked to your account. So multiple employees and multiple colleagues can join the same account and access their account and profile as well. So I can have that. These are all the other of my colleagues who have joined this company account, and you can see their profiles over here. You can update all of this. So this is how your profile gets digitized. And what I wanted to show you is this. Now, if you share this profile, you can share this link, and this can be shared with anybody outside and inside, of Global Linker as well. I'll give you an example of one of a real business rather than a test account as well. A very important this is updation of the catalog. So while that was all about networking and getting my business more aware, the second most important is driving transactions. When I'm driving transactions, what I'm actually looking for essentially here is now to manage my catalog. How can I see my orders and inquiries? How can I manage my catalog over here? What are the other things I can do with my catalog, and where I can show it so that I can get maximum visibility? So this is an important one where I will just, now move to the next topic where we are saying, what are the sales channels? So let's say we have, digitized our profile. I have created my profile. I have added everything. I've done the networking component right now. And now I'm going to start updating my catalog. Now, if I update my catalog, where are the places this catalog can show so that I can get maximum visibility as a business? Why do I need that visibility? Visibility is important because if you only get yourself listed on one particular place, there's a limited number of visits that that particular feature can get, or that platform can get. If you add more channels where your catalog gets visible, the chances of you getting more traffic is higher. It's as simple as you are presenting an exhibit in trade show A, and you also have a stall in trade show B. Just because you have it in two stalls, the chances of you getting more visits coming to your stall become much, much higher. So you cannot just be in one place. You have to be in several places as well. So the great part about this is you build your catalog only once on Global Linker, but you can show it almost in 5 different sales channels over here. So what are these sales channels we talk about? And what do these sales channels offer you? Now, here is where you start with your notebook. So you should be writing down these 5 sales channels. One of them is, yes, okay, I've created my digital catalog, and I'm going to start adding my first 10 products in my digital catalog. Once I do that, I can show it on Global Linker, where we just saw right now a couple of businesses showing up. Sorry, I'll move that. Later, I'll show you over here. Once I build my digital profile and my catalog is displayed, updated, sorry, my catalog automatically starts showing on my digital profile as well. So if I share my profile with somebody, whether on Global Linker or outside of Global Linker, I will also be able to see that person's digital catalog as well. So let me give you an example. Let's say I'm looking at, this one, Dheeraj Riggs. Yeah, so they are Dheeraj Riggs. And let's see, let me share the profile. So I'm copying the link over here, and I'm sharing it with you all on the Global Linker plan, on the chat. But I'm also opening his profile over here. If you can see, you can open it on your accounts as well. Whether you're logged into Global Linker or not, you would be able to see his profile. You'll also be able to see an option to connect with him. You can also see his catalog. And here there's an option for me to view his catalog. When I click on view, I come to a full page where a lot of additional information has been added by this organization about this particular product. And I can directly send an inquiry on the product. I can also browse through his entire catalog, which he has actually created and converted into a store, which has its own URL. So that's something which we'll talk about later. But you can see different types of products that you can actually use, and you're actually browsing through his entire catalog. which he can update. He can add more products. He can remove the products which are discontinued. Update the description accordingly if there is any changes in the product. All of that he can do immediately over here, and it starts reflecting. And this is the URL which you can share it. So as you create your profile, you will also get a profile link like this for your profile and your catalog, or only your catalog. So this is a link only of the catalog, which I'll again share with you. Yeah. So this becomes only the link of the catalog, which you will be managing from here, which is we call as a seller app. Now that you've understood the concept, I'll start moving on to the sales channels, which we should be looking at. Just put slideshow. So once you update your catalog over here, you can show it on GlobalLinker. I showed that to you. You can also convert your catalog and make it into an e-commerce store where you can start, and your e-commerce store can be of two types. One is it can start accepting payments. Second is if you don't want to take payments, if you're a B2B business or you're doing highly customized products, etc., you can only make it for inquiry, like the one we saw right now. There is no option for me to purchase a truck right now, but definitely he's accepting inquiries. Third is your company profile, which we just saw right now. Fourth is the Indian Business Portal, which is an initiative by FIO, our partner, and it's for Indian SME exporters. And the last is ONDC, which is again an initiative by the Indian government for businesses so that they can get maximum visibility amongst B2C channels as well. So while GlobalLinker e-commerce store and company profile is applicable to actually all. You can use, GlobalLinker currently is in beta stage, and the marketplace is in beta stage, and it's only available currently in the Indian market. And very soon we'll be opening up for different markets as well. But ONDC Indian Business Portal is for Indian SME export. But we'll touch upon these very much in brief, for a couple of minutes so that you get an idea of it. Before I go on the sales channels, I would really like to cover one important topic is why you should have a good product catalog. Why should you have a product catalog? A product catalog, we have all created product catalogs. They would have been done on paper, initially on paper, then now we have converted them into PPTs, on PDFs, etc. And they are individually emailed to our clients. That's what most of us do. However, imagine if you just have a link which you share and you say, here is my catalog is updated. It's always available at some particular link and people can just go and visit it. Even better, that product catalog can start taking inquiries. Like, for example, I like this machine. This machine is of use. And instead of me having to call the person or the business owner or his team, what about this product? Where is it? What are the specifications? I read the specifications and I directly send an inquiry. So it is an interactive piece, which I can do. So I can directly send an inquiry. If I like it, I can also check out and make a purchase as well, request for a sample, etc. So this makes my business much more efficient. I'm able to act upon my requests much quickly. As towards the buyer, I'm also projecting my business extremely professionally because of the amount of feature sets I'm able to offer the buyer and convenience I'm offering the buyer as well. So it's very important, to reiterate that having a good product catalog is important, where your effort comes in. Like you have to put in clear and sharp images. Your product name should be very simple. When we go to see more about the product, the description should convey all of that information very well. They are SEO friendly as well. Now, see, I'm seeing the description over here, very well defined descriptions. Though who is the buyer, if he's seeing this technical product, he sees that it is adding definitely value to him, and you can request a quote or send an inquiry about it as well. I think I'll go to the page I can show you. Yeah, so this is the live page of it, and I can actually see more images, and I can request a quote and send this quote as well as a buyer. So it becomes so easy for this person, and now whenever he wants to share this particular this to them to his current buyer network or etc., it is easily shareable. I can share this link with you directly over here and you can access it. So that's how easy you're making it for you as a business and for the buyer as well to carry on. The next, this is just another second example of another B2B business which is there. Many questions or many times we have been asked actually in our previous interactions with businesses who are specifically into B2B, they say that I don't need something which has an interaction or online PDF is good enough for us. But the reason is if you have a link to share like this, which you can this link you can add it in your email signature, in your WhatsApp description, in your business accounts, etc. So imagine how easy it is. You're making it for the buyer to come and reach you. Similarly, another very important point is as you put all of this online, this is public, so it's also available on Google search, on web search, not Google, but even web search. Like there are different search engines as well, and your product starts getting indexed and starts getting searched. If somebody is actually looking for a product like yours, and you end up doing digital marketing efforts, etc., on your own catalog, then you can get new buyers coming in from those efforts as well. That's another strategy which you can think of. And you can actually open a new avenue to get more acquisitions coming in. So coming back, here is another very nice, simple product, Matchsticks, which is a B2B product by this organization. And you can see very nice, clear pictures, very simple product titles. Pricing is not really given, and it's a shareable catalog as well. And here is the full description about it. You can see, and they have an MOQ also added over here. So they're not taking, one inquiry. And yeah, you can see over here as well that, yeah, and I can send an inquiry. And this directly goes to the person who is managing this account of that particular business. So what are the essentials? We'll just wrap up and talk about what are the essentials you need to have a good product catalog. Clear and sharp pictures, simple and descriptive product titles, good descriptions, reviews, and ratings. And yes, as you're writing all of this information, it's very important that you write it so that your description titles are SEO ready. Because all of this product information you're adding is publicly accessible information. That means available on GlobalLinker and on the web as well. So if you optimize it for SEO, so it just helps in ranking your products higher and faster. One of the, again, I'm just sharing some feedback I have got from my earlier conversations or inputs, that many people say that I'm a business owner. It's very difficult for me to write, and it's very difficult for me to, write product descriptions and do that. But today you have great AI content generating platforms, which if you give the right inputs to them, they will give you very good product descriptions, which you just have to edit it to your business requirement and just upload it. So if you need help in that, that's something which I can cover in the resources section as well. And I can cover it in the resource, like when we are doing the Q&A, you can just add a yes or a no in the chat box. If it's something which you would like to discuss, then I will definitely take it up as something which we can talk about. Moving on. Yeah, we'll start with the sales channel, which is your company profile. That's something which I already showed you. If you scroll down on a particular profile, and I've already shared a link of a profile with you, you can see that the product catalog is displayed over here as well. And so if you share your company profile with anyone in GlobalLinker or outside of GlobalLinker, they can see your product catalog too. The second sales channel is GlobalLinker. GlobalLinker has two parts. One is GlobalLinker is a B2B marketplace for buyers and sellers. Whether you are local or you are global, you are selling locally, globally as a B2B seller or a buyer, you can be a part of GlobalLinker. This is the buyer platform, the buyer side, where buyers come and visit, and your catalog products are visible over here. And buyers come over here, they browse through it, and if they find something interesting, they would send a product inquiry directly on your product, or else they can they can raise a requirement, which we just saw sometime back when I was walking you through the platform. That's something which you can get. I'll just show you the platform as well. So if you, buyers come over here and they raise a request as well, and you can list your products over here, and they start showing up in different categories. So if you're selling in agriculture, you're selling in certain things, you can map your products in that particular category and your products start showing up over here. You'll have to meet some eligibility criteria, of course, and then your products start showing up. So if I would request you to write the sales channel down GlobalLinker, and you should write yes or a no if that's something which is adding value to you. Then you should, if it's adding yes, then that's something which you should think about and start setting up your business and your catalog for on GlobalLinker as well. So what's a checklist for me to be a part of the GlobalLinker marketplace? You add your products to your catalog, which you have already done once. That's a one-time activity. You don't have to do it again and again. Then you visit GlobalLinker under the sales channel section on your seller panel. You will assign an editor category. So you add a category as I showed you, and then it goes on for verification. You also have to do a business verification to list on GlobalLinker. And then once the verification is done, your products which you want to get listed are verified, you enable them to start showing on GlobalLinker. So maybe you have, say, a product catalog of 500, but on GlobalLinker, you would like to show only 300 products. So, that's the option there for you available. The next and the very important one of the very interesting sales channels, apart from being a part of a global marketplace, is that you build your own online sales channel, which is via the e-commerce store route. What happens over here is this is your own. Imagine you are opening a new branch in a different city. Here you're opening a new branch online so that you can get online visitors coming to your store, and you can either take inquiries or purchases as well. Now, how do you do that? You have to simply, go through the steps of setting up an e-commerce store. How do you set up an e-commerce store? You have to have a navigation, then you make your storefront a little pretty by adding banners, etc. You also, if you're taking payments, you'll have to set up a payment gateway. You'll also have to set up logistics so that you can manage your orders and see, make it more automated and seamless as well for your visitors who are coming. And third is after your store is set up, then you start doing digital marketing activities so that it can be done. I'll give you a few examples of B2B businesses in particular. So here is one. This is again a extremely B2B business, which is creating beveling machines, which are extremely customized and they're used in very specific industrial uses. And just hence, we are giving this as an example again to reiterate that B2B businesses can have good product catalogs, and it can be of great value to you. So here is a machine over here. I can see this, and this has been created. There is a lot of so they have also put their navigation very simply so that the buyer who's coming over here can view the information and directly send an inquiry. So I just have to say, I need this, and then it will ask me to log in or create my account as a buyer so that the business can contact me and my requirement gets sent. I've not sent this requirement because I was doing a test. Another example is this. I don't think, sorry, let's open this one. He's not renewed his SSL certificate. Yeah. So SSL certification is very important because it just gives trust to the buyer who's coming in. You should have your SSL certificate renewed. We will inform the seller about it. You can see they are into safety materials, so gloves, helmets, etc. All of them. And I think earlier they were a B2C, B2B business only, but now recently they have started accepting purchases as well. So you can see like these blankets and these gloves are on inquiry, but this is on purchase. So we can just review this one. So they would have set up their payment gateway accordingly to ensure that they're getting this. So I can either send an inquiry for a product. If I just want to buy a sample also, I can do that. Or I can directly add to cart and I can check out. This is the entire checkout experience, which they have set up for their buyers who are coming. They will need to do their own digital marketing activities, etc. for this. So it's very important for you to have well-defined menu navigations. Your storefront has to be a little attractive. So either now, even these banners and all can get created very well with AI. You add your relevant call to action. So it is add to cart, buy now, send an inquiry, raise a quote. What do you want over there? Then you put your transactional enablers, like you set up your payment gateway, logistics, and make sure that your business and your compliances are in place. So if you're selling it in India or you're selling it outside of India or you're selling it locally or globally, you have to make sure that you're meeting your country laws as well. So what are the steps for me to set up an e-commerce store? You add your products to your catalog. You've already done that. That's a one-time activity which was done. Then you go to My Store under Sales Channels. Then you select your theme. So there are different themes and layouts you can set up your store when you want it. And then you create your storefront, you add policies, very important, add your terms and conditions, shipping, return policies, etc. All of that is a very compliance requirements are there. And you add relevant details. You create your categories, navigation. This is all so that your buyer who's coming and visiting your site is able to navigate through your product catalog efficiently. And he's able to see your catalog as well. So that's very important. You'll have to structure it like that. The same thing we do if we have a store, right? We'll put you will put the most attractive things behind so that people can walk. So the way you plan your offline store, you will also plan your online store like that. You add banners, you map your products to those categories, etc. You set up your payment logistics, and there you publish your store and you're ready to go. All of this takes time. It takes some effort from your end, which is why this would be the sales channel I would like you to write down in your notebook and decide whether it's something you would want to go ahead with or no. So if that's something which is a yes, please write a yes in your notebook. And that's where you should be working yourself towards. Again, it's a strategy discussion. It's something which should align with your business strategy. Very important. So if you have been thinking that yes, I need to have an e-commerce store, this is what entails in you having an e-commerce store and how you can go about doing it. Whether you do it here or you do it with another e-commerce store builder as well, you would be doing something similar as, over there as well. You'll be selecting a theme, adding banners, putting navigation, setting up payment gateway logistics. These are the basic steps which you'll have to do. Make sure that when you create, just FYI, when you create a store, you won't get traffic on its own. Traffic has to be driven towards it. You have to do digital marketing efforts. You have to do advertising. You have to do all of this so that you can get people coming onto your store, browsing through your site, making this. You have to do efforts if people actually drop, like they come to your site, but they don't make a purchase or an inquiry. So you'll have to go back to them to understand why they're doing that. So analytics come into play. So you'll have to do all of that. That effort comes in from your side. Either you do it yourself as a business, or then you can hire a professional who can help you do that. So the next channel is ONDC. And you can write, I hope you've written a yes or a no if that's adding value to you or no. The next channel is ONDC. Now, ONDC is an India-specific sales channel. It is an initiative by the government of India to help businesses in India get maximum visibility on the B2C network as well. Currently, because B2C, online B2C has been taken over by certain businesses only. So you can, so if you are a seller currently and you would like to be listed on ONDC, you have heard about it. I don't have to give much of an introduction. GlobalLinker is a seller app, so it helps sellers to get listed on different buyer apps by allowing you to show your catalog on the ONDC network. So by adding your catalog only once, again, which you've already done, you can also show yourself on the ONDC network. Why are we on ONDC? ONDC currently is supporting B2C businesses or businesses who can offer a single product, and in the B2C space. But after the B2C pilot ends and B2C runs efficiently, they would be also introducing B2B, which is where businesses like yours can get a lot of value driven from ONDC as well, and which is why we are already an entrant over there. That once B2B is launched, then you're already ready to display your products in the B2B network. However, if you're on B2C and you would like to show, you can definitely use and list yourself over here. It does give you a lot of access to a newer market as well. Here's a checklist to list on ONDC, but there are several webinars which are conducted by my team to help if you're specifically looking for it. There are also a lot of tutorials, etc., to list on any of these sales channels. So while I'm giving you the checklist, that's available as tutorials, as webinars, which you can attend specifically for these channels as well. So you have to set up and publish your e-commerce store. You need to enable a shipping partner, because once the order comes in on ONDC, you will have to, the shipping will have to be done via your seller panel. So you'll have to link a shipping partner. You visit enable ONDC and you add your store details. There is there are requirements which are placed by the ONDC network for you to be eligible as a business. And you also need to meet certain product requirements, like you have to map it to ONDC categories, you'll have to give certain extra information about your products, etc. Once you do all of that, and then you can start your, you will get, you provide your bank account details for settlement, etc. Because the the money also comes to you once the order has been delivered and the return period gets over. So you'll have to provide your bank account details for settlements as well. And once all of these setup requirements are done, your product starts showing on the ONDC network. If you get an order from ONDC, you will see it in your seller panel in the orders section as well. The last is the Indian Business Portal. It's an inquiry only marketplace for Indian exporters, which is an initiative by the Federation of Indian Export Organizations, FIO as we call it. They wanted Indian exporters to get more visibility, so that because through their feedback, they realized that there are a lot of buyers who are coming in, but they are not able to access a place where there are good verified SMEs available, businesses available who can meet their sourcing requirements. That's where the Indian Business Portal has been created, and I'll just walk you through that a little quickly. So if you are an exporter, there are a lot of buyers which reach out to FIO and they put their buy requests over here. So you can see if that's something which you can meet, please go ahead, and you are an exporter, please go ahead and reply to these requirements, needs, and your products can start showing up over here as well. They show in US dollars because it's a global marketplace. It's meant for buyers outside of India, and you can start showing up your products over here. You just have to meet certain requirements to again list on Indian Business Portal. And there are several categories of products which Indian Business Portal is supporting. So you can be there as well. I'll just move. Yeah. So the steps to list on Indian Business Portal is you add your products to your catalog, you set up your e-commerce store and set up your payments and logistics. Indian Business Portal also directs members to your e-commerce store as well, to your store which you have created. So that's why they encourage you to create an e-commerce store. That's a requirement. Then you have to verify, you visit your seller, you do the setup, and you have to verify your IAC. The requirement is because it's for Indian exporters, you have to have a valid IEC. Only if that's verified is when you will get it. And yeah, then you can start your products start showing on the Indian Business Portal. Here is your seller panel where you're actually managing your catalogs. So here is where you update your, you look at your catalog orders and inquiries. You can see your e-commerce store management over here. So if you have converted your catalog into a store, these are the e-commerce features which you get available. And these are your sales channels which you can start accessing, like we spoke about company profile, IBP, Indian Business Portal, GlobalLinker Marketplace, ONDC, your e-commerce store, all of that starts showing up over. How do you access your seller account? I just gave you a walkthrough in the beginning, but we'll go back over there. You visit your seller panel and you click on online store on the menu, and you can go to to your seller panel to manage your catalog. There's several of us we have seen, if we are manufacturers or we are brand owners, we also have our own sourcing requirements. Like we would also need certain raw materials. So for example, if I'm manufacturing bags, in that case, I would need certain material like jute or leather or PU, etc. So that my manufacturing is going smoothly. In that case, I also have my own supplier bucket. And maybe I'm looking for new suppliers, or I have a new material which I'm looking for, and I need that, which my current supplier list cannot be done. I can also raise a requirement for that and see what kind of, and get competitive rates from these buyers from these sellers, and they can become my new buyer or my new supplier in my list currently. So if you have any requirement like that, we encourage you to also raise an RFQ. It's called an RFQ. You can raise a requirement or an inquiry. You can directly go and browse on the GlobalLinker marketplace, or you can also just raise an RFQ for a particular product which you're looking for. And this is disseminated to different sellers across so that your requirement can be met. So why don't you do that? It's like very simple. If you have anything, you can consider GlobalLinker as one of the things. These are certain resources that we are, helping you so that you can go ahead and actually help create your catalog easily. Second, you can also, join a lot of webinars like the one you're attending right now on different topics. So it's on Indian Business Portal, on ONDC, on creating your own e-commerce store. All of these you can be a part of if that's the sales channel you are looking for. Before I just close this, I would like to run a short poll to understand if the sales channel which we spoke about, are they adding any value to you? So I would like you to now decide whether the sales channel are adding value to you, and which is a sales channel that is of interest from the five we spoke about right now. So I'm just launching this this poll for another like 30 seconds, and I would encourage you to participate and place your answer over here. I hope you can see the poll. Thank you very much for your answers. And I'll just quickly publish the poll in the next 5 seconds. Thank you, but can say that today maximum of you have said that you would like to be a part of the Indian Business Portal. So let's get started with that. Next is ONDC. So yeah, if you think ONDC is adding value to you, then that's something which you should be working on as well. And let me see if there are any upcoming webinars for that. I'll share that with you, or you all can just start building your catalog and get listed. And if you're facing any difficulty, you can come to our resources section, or you can also, you can come to the resources section for additional help, or you can, just reach out to our support desk who can guide you on maybe something which must be missing and doing. Then the next is your e-commerce store and GlobalLinker marketplace. So, it's great to see that, you all have your needs already well defined, and this has helped you in your business strategy. So please, I'm not sharing the results. You can see the results yourself. Many of you have also said you would like to have a one-on-one meeting to discuss your catalog. I'll see if my team can, schedule a meeting with you, and we might send you a Calendly link so you can schedule a meeting at your convenience as well, where we'll just review your catalog and kind of guide you which would be the most suitable this, or even help you clarify any questions you may have. I've stopped sharing. So without much further ado, I'll just come to the Q&A session. I will just read a couple of questions you may have. So we've come to the end of the webinar. I'm moving to the Q&A. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask us. So somebody's asking, dear ma'am, I've completed my profile approximately 47%. I'm unable to do it. Kindly, can you complete from your end? Second question, how will I get genuine and verified buyers from overseas countries? Kindly help me. So hi there, I do know your name, but we cannot help you complete your profile. There's certain automated things where your profile gets completed, like if you post something, or you can pull your information from somewhere, that can get updated. But adding your own banners, verifying your business, adding a company description is something which you would have to add on your own. You can use AI tools now to create good good quality content for your business as well. And it can be done. So I would encourage you to do that. If there's any difficulty you're facing in any updating in any field, please let us know. Our team will be happy to look into it and assist in, helping you do that. How will I get genuine and verified buyers from overseas? When we get buy requests, our team looks to verifying these buyers. One, we already have an existing buyer network who do raise continuous requirements. And second is, if we get new buyers, we do go through they do go through a verification process to understand so that we are able to verify them. The way you can see these requirements is through RFQs or the inquiries which have been raised already. So, somebody was looking for cocoa powder right now. You can go and visit that and start and reply to those as well. But again, the end decision continues to be yours. You'll have to do your own checks as well. While the platform aims to do it, there's you need to do your own checks too, as well. There's one more who's asking, dear ma'am, is it not possible to complete the profile on Android mobile? Is it possible on laptop? So if you're facing difficulty in Android, I'm sorry, but we'll check that. But yeah, you can easily update it on your laptop and your computer. You just have to sign into your account in your URL and you will be able to do it. Dear ma'am, please provide your email ID and WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number we wouldn't share, but my my email ID is mentioned over here on screen. You can check it over there. I'll also go through the chat box to see if there's anybody who has mentioned anything there. So Sagar is mentioning your team don't connect with me. My problem is same according to last time. Connection tool is not good. Sagar, we have connected over Meet as well, and it was difficult for you to mention what you were facing when we spoke last time, and I did discuss. But we are happy to again connect with you. I'll have my team call you and hear you out if you're facing any difficulty in the tool which you're talking about. So we would like to just get an understanding. I think it's a clarification issue, but I would still I'll definitely pass on your message to my team. Don't worry. So Shmita is saying, how can I make use of this if I'm in a service-based industry? So while currently our products are, the platform has been built to support products, you can see that you can also add it as a service if it doesn't require much of customization. So customization options are there. Maybe, if that helps you, you can actually use those customization options to build your service product as well. But I'm taking that as feedback and I'll be sharing that with our team for further updates as well. Afshan is saying, ma'am, can we sell refurbished electronic products on GlobalLinker? We really are mostly on GlobalLinker. We are only taking, new products. About refurbished products, I'll have to check this with my team. I'll take that as, again, an input, and we'll get back to you on this too. But if you want to, on your own online store or your own e-commerce store which you create, that you can sell, that's up to you. But on GlobalLinker Marketplace, Indian Business Portal, ONDC, I don't think that would be allowed. Sagar is saying the connection tool is not working. I face a lot of glitch. Okay, Sagar, we'll connect with you on this and understand this. So Raju, even if we submit quotes, buyers are not responding. We suspect that there may be fake clients as well on this platform. So Raju, we are trying to work on this. We are trying to get our best, to get in touch with buyers and to respond to your any of the quotations which buyers are sending. Is there any specific buyer which you were, any quote which you have responded to and you were expecting a response which you did not get? Please let me know about it. We'll definitely take that as feedback and try and work on this one again. Sushmita, I already answered this question on the service-based industry. So, okay, Mohammed Rafiq, welcome. So if you have any more questions, this is the what we would be discussing. I would encourage you to now look at your notebook and see the sales channels you have identified and start working towards it. But the very first step before that is building your profile, creating your catalog, and then starting to get listed on the different sales channels that you have decided. So a very thank you to everybody for being a part of this insightful webinar. Okay, Jignesh has mentioned that I'm late to join. Can you provide recording? Yes, since you are registered for the webinar, you will automatically get a recording for this. I think there are more questions. Hold on, I'll just check. Ritu is mentioning, need to know about buyer statistics for garments on my portal. We'll have to check this and get back to you, Ritu. Um, Welcome. Somebody just said thank you. Okay. So we are well within our time, and I'll wait for a minute if you have any more questions. Otherwise, then we will end the webinar. While we have 2 minutes, I would just like to share something very interesting, which is which we find very useful actually. It's how do we create good product descriptions for a catalog? Because that's something which I'm very passionate about. We need to have a good product catalog and which, we can sell to our buyer automatically. So I'm not talking to the buyer over here. My catalog is talking to the buyer. So what I write in my catalog becomes very critical. And as a business owner, that's not my forte. I'm not good at writing. So how do I write well? We can actually just do that by going to any AI like for example, ChatGPT. And I already have an instruction which I give. Sorry. Mohammed is asking whether last GlobalLinker is paid or free. GlobalLinker is a free platform. It is not available for, to use certain features. Currently, it is free. After you start, if you want to use additional features, then it has a subscription plan which you can do. And those plans are openly available. So there is a product which I'm looking for. So I'm a manufacturer and exporter of induction motors. My company name is Star Exports, based in Agra, India. I'm uploading my product on GlobalLinker. I need you to create the following: product name, summary. So when we were talking about Google and SEO, actually you can tell your AI tool to actually create the SEO related, content as well. So Google requires meta description, meta title, and meta keywords, and also the description which you're writing even in the normal product catalog has to be SEO optimized. So if you give the instructions to your AI accordingly, they will give it back to you. So I need you to create the following: product name, summary, descriptions, meta title, meta description, meta keyword. Keep the summary and description benefit focused, SEO friendly, and relevant. And this is my product name. And I given an enter. And if you see, this is the response I get. So we get a summary. This is what I will add in my summary. So if I'm going to my catalog over here and I'm going to my product, and I'm adding a product, I'm doing it manually, but you can do it in bulk as well. So there are several fields which are there, like product name, ITC, HSN, brand, selling price, discounted price. While there's several fields, I would encourage you to try and update as much as it can, because even though most of them are not mandatory, they're still very, very important. So here you can just copy your summary over here. Obviously, I would encourage you should review it, because we don't know if it's correct or no. It's coming from AI, so you'll have to, check it once whether the information is correct or no. And it's supporting your business as well. You add your product description, then you add your meta title. This is more for, again, for web search. So you can see SEO information is here. So meta title, meta description, meta description, and meta keywords. Now, we have also integrated AI over here, which is a paid feature, but you can use the free feature initially, and then if you think it's adding value, you can use the paid feature as well. That's when you move into subscription, is what I was talking about. And this gets updated. So it took less than 5 seconds for this content to get generated. You can use this description to kind of create more content for and you can just change the product name and you can get new content for it. So it's how you give your instructions to your AI is very important. Hi, Vikram. You'll get the recording of today's webinar because since you have registered, it will automatically be shared with you after the webinar ends. So anyway, I would not take up much of your time. Ah, okay, so actually, because we are addressing a global audience, not only in India but even out, globally, it becomes a little hard to do it in English. But we'll try. We'll see if we can do something just for the Indian audience only. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and it was nice connecting with you. And I wish you all the best. Goodbye.